Hey, what's going on? It's Manda Crusader, and today we're trying out a land destruction deck, still in the Mirror event, and I thought this would be fun because a lot of not a lot, but a few of the decks that utilize the nerfed cards that this entire event is showcasing require a lot of lands to really go off. And I thought it'd be fun to sort of play like the opposite of that and basically deny those decks the lands they need. So, I also thought it'd be fun to see what this deck could do. I know that land destruction's a bit of a meme. It's not very good in Historic, and as such, I'd never craft this deck, like, normally. But since in this event you have access to all the cards in Historic, I thought, why not give it a go? Why not meme around a little bit? So, I have played this deck a couple of times before this video. I didn't win a lot, but I don't expect to win a lot in this video, but still, I said win a couple of times. When it all clicks, it's a lot of fun. So really, the deck tech here it's really just what it says in the box, right? It's land destruction. You have a bunch of spells. You got like Stone Rain, Goblin Ruin Blaster, Creeping Mold, and it just destroys your opponent's lands. And in addition to that, we have our ramp spells. We got like Llanowar Elves, Gilded Goose, Paradise Druid as a one-off, and we've got our big creatures to sort of help keep us alive while we destroy the land and win us the game. Elder Gargaroth and Bone Crusher Giant mainly. We also have Chandra, Torch of Defiance to add mana or deal damage, sort of get rid of any bothersome creatures, help us out with our top decking a little bit. And we got Klothys and Ooze to deal with opponents' graveyards. And we have our main win condition, which is Waking the Trolls. Now, I say main win condition. Really, this is our secondary win condition. Our main win con is annoying our opponents from destroying all of their land and they concede. But if that doesn't work, we do have Waking the Trolls. It works really well in this deck. It costs 6 mana, but it's a saga. And the first step is destroy target land. Obviously, that's the objective of our deck. Second step is put target land from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Again, more ramp for us. That's pretty cool. But the third step is where it really turns into a win con. It's choose target opponent. If they control fewer lands than you, create a number of 4/4 green troll warrior creature tokens with trample equal to the difference. So this usually gets you at least 3 trolls, possibly even more. And at that point, you basically won the game at that point, right? If you're casting this, you've probably won. Not always, but most of the time. So with all that said, let's try this deck out and see what it can do. All right. So this is a great hand right here. We'll be able to turn 3 Stone Rain. And that's real. That's the big thing. So we'll be able to meaningfully disrupt their curve. That's definitely a keep. Definitely a keep. Alright, are they going to take a mull? They will not. So, shock in Stomping Ground, put out Gilded Goose. And what are they playing? Scorch Spitter, not Splitter. Mountain. Actually, I'm sorry, I lied. We'll be able to turn 2 Stone Rain. Which is even better. Like, they are playing Mono Red Burn, so this may not be that much of a disruption to them. Nah, it's not that much of a disruption at all. But, still. Still. Alright. We should save our anger. Let's stomp the Scorch Spitter. I don't know why I keep saying Splitter. And we'll leave it at that. Cavalcade of Calamity. Yep, it's Mono Red Burn, alright. Okay. Let's bring out Chandra. And I guess we're dealing 2 damage. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that, but Chandra's Pyreling. Oh boy. And there's the Grim Initiate. And we bring out the Forest. I think now would be a good time for Anger. And another land. And that's GG. Sometimes all you need is a board wipe. Sometimes that's all you need. Alright. I go first again. Rubble reading. You know what? I'm willing to risk it. Three Llanowar Elves. We've got our board wipe. Let's see. And it looks like this may be our chance. We may be able to, this is one of the decks I was talking about, I have a feeling. Well, that's a little, Well, can't kill that land, unfortunately. Oracle of Moldiah. Interesting. Let's Rubble Reading. Let's not Rubble Reading, actually. Let's Goblin Ruin Blaster Overgrown Tomb. And no attacks. Get that black source out. Well, alrighty. Let's Anger, get rid of Oracle, and Rubble Reading the Swamp. And we've got Goblin Ruin Blaster. We already have one. I'm gonna bottom both of those. Now we know we have that. would be a great time for creeping moss. Not gonna lie, but Stone Rain will do. This sort of ruins our game plan here. Because like, the whole point is to disrupt their curve, but now they can just, keep going right on curve. Finale of Devastation. Yeah. Yeah, that really destroyed our entire game plan. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a deck like this before. I kind of have no idea what to expect next, to be completely honest. They're playing something big. What is it, though? Another Finale of Devastation? Oh. Alright, then. Yeah, that sort of exactly countered our strategy, Crucible of Worlds. I have never seen that card before. Wow. Alright. What do we have? What do we have? This is acceptable. This is acceptable. Let's see. No need to deal ourselves 2 damage. Swarm Shambler. Interesting. Let's throw Paradise Druid out. And next turn, we can't Goblin Ruin Master. Ruin Blaster. Ruin Master. This is looking like mono green. Well, here comes Chandra. I hate to decline a Clothis, but we are going to get a bit of a consolation prize here in a Waking the Trolls. Never mind. Maybe no. Nope. Yep. Definitely never mind. Okay. Primal Might. This is a real weakness of this deck in decks that only play basics, because Goblin Ruin Blaster is useless in this scenario. However, we can now do Waking the Trolls. We can set their mana back a little bit because they aren't playing any. And we can survive just one more turn. 2 more turns, really. I think we may. I think we just might. Well, that is unfortunate that they get that 3rd land out there, but Oh, come on. Not my win con. So lucky, man. So lucky. Let's see. Creeping Mold is good. Stomping Ground, Anger. We'll risk it. I think we're going to risk this one. Edgewall Innkeeper. That had been... Okay. Well, that was a mistake there. I wanted to back out, but now I don't think you can back out of that. So that definitely sets us behind. Oh, that mistake may have just cost us the game right there. What's he planning? That's what I want to know. What is he planning? Yeah, I figure he's going to crack that. And see, if I had gotten that Stomping Ground, untapped the first turn, if I didn't mess up, I would have been able to do Creeping Mold that turn. Or Goblin Ruin Blaster. But I think this is a ramp deck, it looks like. So I think we may be able to set him off curve here. That's his only green. So destroying that may put him off. Let's see. Foretelling something. Not sure I like that. Let's Creeping Mold one of his mountains. Oh, is that Saw It Coming? It's not Saw It Coming. Throw out Llanowar. And we'll go in. And now basically there goes his Cultivate, right? So we're setting him back on curve a little bit. I guess let's Garoth. Throw that in there. Throw out Scavenging Ooze. Brazen Borrower. Alright. There's his fifth land, finally. And foretells something else. And he can flash out that Brazen Borrower anytime. And let's grab Edgewall Innkeeper, put a 1/1 counter on Scavenging Ooze. Gain a little life. There's Brazen Borrower. And they're down to 5 life now. Discard Magma Opus. You get to create a treasure. They're gonna cultivate. Yeah, those 2 land destructions really did a number on them. And that's GG. And you see, that's what this deck does, right? It just 2 land destruction effects. Just 2. Ruin Blaster and Creeping Mold completely disrupted their curve. Completely disrupted it. So that's what this deck does. Alrighty. So Stone Rain, turn 2 Stone Rain. And then we got Creeping Mold after it. Chandra, Gargaroth. Yeah, that's a good. This is a keeper right here. We do need to get 1 more land, but I think it probably should be something we can manage. Hopefully. Unless we get mana screwed, in which case, there's not much we can do about that. Foretelling something. I'm getting a little nervous now. Getting a little nervous. We do get that Triome out of there. So they don't have access to white this turn. Yikes. Okay. I really hope we don't get mana starved. Because we got so much to disrupt their curve in our hand. I wonder what that card they foretold was. Is that Poison the Cup? Or what else could it be? I'm a little concerned. What did they... Okay, we did get a forest. Get rid of that. There's our forest. And we're going to Goblin Ruin Blaster their pathway. I wish you could have done that a turn earlier, but still better late than never, I suppose. And next turn, we definitely Creeping Mold. That's a lot of treasure, and I don't like it. Let's get rid of an Unbreakable Bond. It looks like we got some kind of Reanimator going on here. Let's Creeping Mold the Seer Step Pathway. Seer Step Pathway, I should say. And that's GG. This right here is the absolute power of denying your opponents their land drops, while at the same time denying them their graveyard as a resource. Just Clothus and no land, absolute domination right here. That's what happens when everything goes right. Okay. Alright. You know what? I'm going to risk it. We got plenty of mana. We do have Waking the Trolls. We got Clothus and Gargaroth. I am going to risk. I'm going to take a risk here and see what we've got going on. We got elves. And authority of the consoles. That, we can work with that. That isn't a deal breaker. Got a mountain. We're gonna hold back. We're gonna hold back because we can do Waking the Trolls next turn. And hopefully throw them off their curve a little bit. 3 Castle Ardenvales. My goodness. That is... Hooey. Right. Let's Waking the Trolls. And I guess we're destroying one of their Castle Ardenvales. Plains Elite Spellbinder. Assuming they're going to probably take Chandra or Gargaroth. Or Yeah, Gargaroth. I can never pronounce that. I can never pronounce that word correctly. Never can do it. Let's see. What are they going to take? Gargaroth. I'm just going to call it Elder from now on. And we get another Gilded Goose. It comes in tapped. We still get that all the same. And throw out Chandra. Torch of Defiance. And we'll exile and deal damage. And what's their game plan here? Do they have another land is the question. They do not. They have Basri Ket. Alright. That's rough, but we only get 2. That's disappointing, to say the least. Suppose we can put out our Elder Gargaroth. Our Elder now. We do have to wait a turn. That sucks, but... You know what? We're going to get Clothis out as well. And he just comes right on in. And what are you going to do? Because we got a nice big old board set up here. Full of really big bodies. And Chandra's dead this turn. But... Well, actually, depending on how much he wants to block, maybe she isn't. Selfless savior. Ah, dang it. Selfless savior. That's such an annoying card, but it's such a good one at the same time. Well, it's annoying for me. It's good for him, I should say. Who's he gonna make indestructible this turn? He's really going after a Danto Vanguard. And yeah, Chandra's dead. I am indestructible. So, I guess we'll take our own card here. And now we have a... actually, you know what? It isn't really that much of a choice now, is it? I'm going to take the damage. I'm going to draw a card. And Gargaroth, I forgot that Gargaroth actually has Vigilance, so that's even better for us. And Basri Ket will go down. No more indestructible. Well, I mean, they do still have a Selfless Savior, but at least they won't be getting tokens every turn. They're also still stuck on 3 lands. If we could get one of our land destruction spells, it would be really good at this point. What's he gonna do? Make him use the Selfless Savior here. Draw another card. Get that card advantage going. Get that mountain out of the way. We would have top-decked that, and it would have been very sad. He didn't use his Selfless Savior, surprisingly enough. Let's get rid of Basri Ket. Out of the graveyard you go. Let's just create a food token and attack. Just keep drawing cards. Getting all of the land tonight, it seems. So I'm going to take out one of the trolls. And I assume Selfless Savior is, yeah. Alright, that's fine. Oh, okay. So he's gonna pay the 4 life to have it be indestructible. Alright. Well, I think we may win this game through, yep, that's GG. He got that 4th land too late. We drew too much land, but still, it didn't make us lose. So that's good. Alright, what are we going to draw for this one? Ooh, turn 2 Stone Rain. That's what I like to see right there. That's what I like to see. And then we're going to absolutely mana it up for Gargaroth. And eventually going out to Waking the Trolls. Yeah. Now, the only question here is they have 2. So, are they going to be able to counter it? This is a distinct possibility. Yes. Lofty denial it is. At least the counter is out of their hand now. And we do have another Stone Rain, surprisingly enough. So, I'm still not too worried. It would have been nice if we resolved both of them. But we're gonna try her again. And this time we have a mana free if they Lofty Denial it. Ah, Spell Pierce. Well, there goes both of our... And now they have 3 out. Oh, no. I wonder how many counters they have. Can they counter this one? They do not. Getting Brazen Bar out before, they can't anymore, I see. Load note of Curious Obsession. Great card, by the way. Curious Obsession's a great card. I use that in my Rogues deck, actually. However, that's the only time they're going to be able to use it, unfortunately. Because I don't want that in my life. So setting up, did they get a 3rd land? They did not. And that's how it's done, I suppose. I honestly didn't expect to win this much with this deck. But I suppose, I mean, it's not that surprising, I suppose. I mean, if your opponent can't play anything, like, that's the general idea. They don't have enough mana to play anything with it. Okay. And, ooh. I like this hand. Let's see. With mulligans like that, I'm thinking this might be Tibalt. But we shall see if my suspicions prove correct. Maybe not. Maybe not. Now, what my... yeah, it's Tibalt. Tibalt's Trickery. Of course we get comboed with this on the one. This is the hand. This is the hand you want to see. You go first. 2 Stone Rains, Creeping Mold, 3 turns in a row of land destruction. But of course we get this great hand versus Tibalt's. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get Tibalt's again. You know what? We'll give this hand a shot. Certainly not as good as the last one, but I think few things would be as good as that hand. That hand was the hand of dreams. Star Pupil. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that card out of draft. Throw a Paradise Druid. And the next turn, we can Rubble Reading. First, gonna see what they do. Sparring Regimen. I think we might be too late. This seems to be a very unique aggro deck. I think we... No, they'll just put them on that. Escape the Wilds. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Maybe that's what we need. It seems that our opponent is maybe testing out a standard Magecraft, or not Magecraft, but a 1/1 counter deck. Whatever it is, our Ruin Blaster's useless because of it. Let's kill that Conclave Mentor. A big weakness of this deck is it doesn't have removal. It doesn't have removal spells outside of Stomp and Chandra. So if your opponents get to play creatures, unless it's one of those two, unless it's 4, it can die from 4 damage, and Chandra's probably dying afterwards, or unless it can die to a 2 damage Stomp, it's pretty much there to stay. Yeah, that's GG. That's GG. Not being able to play our Ruin Blasters because of only standard lands, or not standard lands, but basic lands, and just, yeah, we weren't able to keep up. We were not able to keep up with that one. Alright, well, I think that was a pretty good showcase of this deck. We didn't really face any of the decks that I wanted to face. I think we did face one, but yeah, it's a decent, fun little jankish deck. I wouldn't recommend crafting this. If you want a deck like this, I would recommend something like Tibalt's, as we saw, or something like the Dragonstorm combo. I feel like those would be... This is janky, it is fun, but it is not very effective. Everything needs to go right. Of all the wins we got, really aren't that representative of the type of time we having with this deck. This loses usually a lot more than it wins, at least in the few matches I played before this video. But who knows? Maybe I just haven't played enough. So, I don't know. But it was still fun. I should note that this isn't my original design. I got this from a deck list I found online. I will be putting that in the description below. And yeah, so that'll do it for this video. Like, subscribe, it really helps me out. I want to try to make this channel a thing, so it would help if you could do that. And let me know in the comments any other decks you'd like me to test out. I won't. The Mirror event's coming to an end, so I won't have access to the entire historical library. But I'll do what I can. I don't have a lot of wild cards, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to test out decks you guys ask for. And with that said, thank you for watching, and have a good day.